Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video. Today we're going to be talking about the Maddox in the building. Oogie Man, he killed it. This gun is insane, and when I made my top 5 guns video, a lot of people were asking me what I thought about this gun, and I agree with you guys. This gun is really good, and it might be in that 5th best slot of best guns, maybe in that 6th slot, but this gun might even be higher. It's all personal preference. This gun is really good, and I think I've designed a class setup that will make this gun a top tier gun in this game. I'm going to talk about all that in today's video. Now, this is my first upload of the day. It is the weekend. We're on Friday, baby. So my second upload will probably be a little bit more of a late nighter because we are on the weekend. But of course, I'm still doing multiple videos every single day. And your guys' support is what keeps the dream alive, keeps the motivation going, and everything. It's just been amazing so far. And let's go for 1,500 likes. Smack that like button. Let's go for that. Also, subscribe if you guys are new. We're on the road for 900k subscribers, and eventually for that sweet 1 million subscribers. Hopefully during Black Ops 4, that's the goal, and it's all, it's all thanks to your guys' support. So I appreciate that. Let's talk about this. Now, this Maddox gun is really interesting because this gun with no attachments, it's kind of weak, all right? The iron sights are kind of bad, along with a lot of guns. I think like every gun in this game, the sights are so bad for some reason, and it makes me always run like a reflex sight or an ELO or whatever, because most of the sights are bad, and it's same with the Maddox. This gun with no attachments, it doesn't really do too much, but where this gun strives and is so good at is with the options for attachments available. There are so many different options you can actually get on this gun, including I believe fast mags 2, quick draw 2, and I think stock 2. Like, there's just so many tier 2 attachments that I was messing around with those, but I find that if you do tier 2 of attachments, you're going all in on something, and that's okay when I'm doing the GKS or the ICR and I'm going all in on grip 1 and grip 2, because I think grip 2 is so damn good by reducing the flinch that it's worth going all in. But with this gun, I go with a little bit of a different setup and sort of don't go all in on any specific attachment, but spread them out, and I believe that is what juices this gun up. Much like my KN class setup, the attachments are what makes this gun a top tier gun, because without it, this gun wouldn't be too good off the rip. A gun like the ICR or the Vapor, those guns are good default, no attachments. Other guns like the KN or the Maddox, the GKS, you need a couple attachments on them, and then they start to compete. So let's start with the attachments. First off, reflex sight. Obviously, like I said, it's pretty simple, my explanation for that. If I don't like the sights on a gun, I don't really think about it too much. I just slap on a reflex or an ELO sight. As far as my reticle goes, I'm guessing maybe when more DLC comes out or more supply stream or item shop, or who knows how they're going to do it this year, it's still up in the air, but there may be custom reticles like a blue dot sight and stuff like that. But as of right now, I mean, the game is only a week old. There's not too much stuff in the game other than the base stuff, so I just use the traditional red dot. I find it very easy, and if you're a Call of Duty fan, you played COD before, you will be used to using that. Now, as far as attachments, I use 3 of them, and that's the red dot plus 3, so 4 total if you want to count that. First attachment is, and all the attachments are around, like I said, beefing up this gun. And with this gun, I like to play a little bit up closer than the ICR. This one is like the Rampart. I like to play a little bit more up close. Sure, maybe not as close as a silenced Vapor, but you can play close, and this gun does hit hard for damage. First attachment is going to be stock, because if stock is available on an assault rifle in 2018 Black Ops 4, you might as well take it, because it is limited. The stock is not on a lot of the guns, and when it is there, you might as well take it, because I'm someone that in previous CODs, in this COD I'm getting kind of used to using a gun like the ICR without stock, or the Rampart, but in previous CODs I was a guy that would use the Stalker when it was called Stalker as a perk, or stock as the attachment, pretty much in every single AR class for the last couple of years or last many years, and that has changed with this game. But whenever there is that option to go back to stock, hey, I'll take it. Personal preference, it does work out good. Second attachment is going to be fast mags. Now, this is the attachment where you don't necessarily need to have fast mags, because you do have 40 bullets in this gun. I just find that with the playstyle that I play, a little bit more aggressive, and with the fact that people eat bullets in this game, not due to a flaw in the game, but just because everyone has 150 health instead of 100, they're going to eat bullets. I find that fast mags just makes me a lot more comfortable. Do you need fast mags on this gun? No. Maybe you could swap that out for stock 2 or another option of 2, but personally I just find that overall I love to have fast mags. It makes me feel a lot more comfortable, especially when you have to deal with slow healing when you're not using a stim shot, as well as this gun doesn't have the fastest reload speed. With fast mags, that will change that. My third attachment is, you guys can probably guess, another attachment trying to speed up this gun, make it compete at closer ranges than with other ones, and that is going to be Quick Draw. Now, I have tried with Quick Draw 2, and Quick Draw 2 honestly might need a little bit of a buff. I'm not sure. Basically, where they say that you get more peripheral vision, it sort of just makes your red dot sight smaller, I find, and it sort of hurts you instead of helping you. I don't really find that Quick Draw 2 is that great. Maybe paired with Gung Ho, it can be super strong, but I just find that the tier 1 attachments are working fine for me, and having more variation in the tier 1s is better than going all in, at least on this gun, you know, not on the ICR or the GKS, and that's why it's different on each gun. That's why I do these classes of videos, right? So red dot, stock, fast mags, Quick Draw. My gear is going to be the acoustic sensor. The acoustic sensor is just so good, and it's just such a good, you unlock it at level 7, so when you're going through prestiges, you don't have to worry about it, and not too many people run dead silence, so you do get an advantage by using it right now. Plus, it also increases your ability to hear enemies. But even if you don't have a headset, I still think, well, probably if you don't have a headset at all, maybe you wouldn't want to run acoustic, but even then, like when I'm listening to music or I'm listening to a podcast when I play, which I'll do sometimes, or, you know, usually I'll play with my friends, listen to their audio, but sometimes if I'm playing solo, I might run a podcast in the background, or I might listen to an album or something like that, right? A new album that came out. So I still find acoustic to be good, and I really think that as of right now, until it's either nerfed or people figure out to run dead silence, acoustic is the way to go. Now, as far as my perk setup on this gun is a little bit different, because most of the time I'll go with like Tac Mask, Dead Silence, but I figured, you know, I'm making these class ups, I need something that's a little bit different, and this one is a little different as far as I go with Flak Jacket as my only first tier 1 perk. So no Tac Mask on this one. This is Flak Jacket. Now, Flak Jacket, this will be good against this, like this class up is great against people that are going to be throwing grenades, using it like the battery with the War Machine, with the cluster grenade, using different RC cars, stuff like that, where Flak Jacket can help you against grenades, obviously any sort of explosions. I find this is a good class to have under your preset, whatever class, how many class ups you have preset, so you can just swap to this one, Flak Jacket. Second perk here, and this is the one that is up to preference. Now, the second perk, I've experimented with 2. I think lightweight is the way to go on a bigger map like jungle, and on a smaller map where you're going to have to get your gunny up quick and maybe, you know, pull out the gun really quick, that's when you're going to want to swap that out for Gung Ho paired with the Quick Draw. You guys know how much I talk about Quick Draw with fast mags in Black Ops 3, or Quick Draw with fast hands in Black Ops 3, and Quick Draw with Gung Ho is basically sort of, I mean, it's not identical, but it's basically the same sort of idea as in Black Ops 4 as in Black Ops 3. So I would switch that out depending on the map, or just depending on your preference. Let me know in the comments what you think would be better. How I do it is lightweight on bigger maps, Gung Ho on a smaller map. And then as far as perk 3, like I said, how I run Flak Jacket instead of Tac Mask to mix it up a little bit on my first perk, I mix it up a little bit on my tier 3 perk, and I go without Dead Silence, and I go with Ghost. So this setup is designed against people that are using a bunch of UAVs and a bunch of explosives. This sort of counters them completely. You shouldn't have problems winning gunfights because this gun is strong, and countering those, this is specific to a certain lobby. This class setup can absolutely dominate, and I really do think this gun is good. It reminds me a lot of the F2000 from Modern Warfare 2, if that gun was actually good, because that gun was unique and sort of weird, like this gun is, but this gun is actually really, really good when that gun wasn't very good in MW2, because all the other guns outclassed it. Now, the operator mod on this one is sort of unique. It basically turns your gun, it's really weird how it does, and operator mods, while they can be strong, I've used a couple of them, but I'm weary about going all in with a class setup with them, just because of how much points they take and how much you have to sacrifice. You know, obviously you're gonna have to sacrifice another attachment to go with that operator mod. So basically, if that operator mod is better than 2 attachments, yeah, go with it. Do I think it is on this gun? I'm not really sure as of right now. Of course, these setups can and will change when the meta evolves and when the game evolves. We're only a week into it, and I'm trying to get through all these class setups, but the Maddox definitely is a gun that you may ignore because of how late it is unlocked. I think I kind of ignored it off the start, but then after I saw everyone commenting on how good this gun was, I decided to give this one not really a second shot, but give it a fair shot, and boy, do I love this gun. Definitely a top top tier weapon in the game, and one that can do magical things at pretty much anything other than super long ranges. I mean, if you're fighting super long range, it's pretty obvious what the best gun is right now, and that's the ICR. And it's gonna be interesting to see when they actually, there was a patch today, but I don't think they really addressed any. It was mostly bug fixes and stuff like that, and it wasn't really addressing any gun changes. So whenever their first big gun change patch will be out, that's gonna, you know, really spice up the game and make it interesting. Anyway, drop a like if you guys did enjoy this video, subscribe if you guys are new. I will see you guys in the second video later tonight, and have a great night. I'm out. Peace.